Hi everyone. Now let's understand Git and GitHub. Git and GitHub is something each and every developer must have to know. Now let's consider one scenario. Before the existing of Git and GitHub, suppose if you have that source code in our laptop, I want to share that source code with one of my friend. So what are the ways I can share? Let's consider one scenario. Before the existing of GitHub, suppose if I have any kind of project or source code in my laptop, I want to share that source code with one of my friend. So what are the ways I can do? I can get a pen drive, I can copy and paste my source code to that pen drive, and then I can give that pen drive to my friend, right? He can again make use of that code and he can run that project in his laptop, correct? So suppose for example, if I have added some more changes to my project, okay, again there are a lot of code changes in my project, so that code changes it's not there in my friend's laptop, correct? So for that, again what I need to do, again I need to copy the updated code to the pen drive again, and then again I need to share to my friend so that he can get the updated changes or updated code, right? So it will be very difficult. If you imagine for one if you imagine for one user, it's very difficult to share the code and everything. Suppose if you imagine for hundreds or 10,000 students, it's very hard, right? For this problem statement, GitHub came across one kind of a solution. They have something called repository. Repository is something you can imagine a space where you can store the code, source code, okay, whatever the project you have developed, right? Those code, if you want to store, we can easily store in the repositories. This GitHub is also called as version control. Version control is nothing but step-by-step building of your project or any application. Okay, suppose for example, initially you have created some basic code. For on top of that, you have added some more lines, okay, some more features. Okay, so that is called as version 2. Again you have added some more code or some more features, so that is called as version 3. So if you want to do this, GitHub provides solid support. Okay, so suppose if you want to have GitHub, you need to create an account. Go to the browser and just search for github.com. Okay, if you go here github.com, as of now I already have the account. This is how your dashboard looks like. You need to sign up first. Once you after sign up, this is how your GitHub dashboard looks like. We can see overview, we can see repositories, we can see project, we can see packages, and then we can see the stars. Repositories, as I said you, it's a space. Repositories are nothing but a space where I can store the project. Next thing you want is Git. Okay, Git, you can write Git download here. Okay, so Git is nothing but a kind of commands. Okay, so for example, if I want to push the code to my if I want to push the source code to my GitHub, okay, for pushing that, instead of doing manually, I can use the command prompt. For that I need to have this Git. Okay, if you click on Git, you can see we can download for any kind of OS, either it might be Mac, Windows or Linux. I am using Mac, I can click on Mac, I can directly install that by clicking on next, that's it. Okay, once you install Git, so it will be definitely helpful for building the project. Okay, let's understand how it basically works. Okay, suppose I will create one folder. Okay, I will name that folder as my project. Okay, something. Okay, my project. This is assume that this is your project in which I will open any kind of text editor. Okay, I am using VS Code. If you are using any kind of other text editor, either it might be Sublime, PyCharm, Eclipse, whatever it might be, let me create one simple project. Okay, so for creating that simple project, I will open VS Code. Okay, this is the shortcut I have said in the previous videos too, right? This is the way, shortcut way, where you can easily open VS Code in the respective path. Okay, I don't want this welcome sheet and I don't want this Microsoft Copilot. I will remove this. Okay, now I will create one file. Assume this file name is app.py. Okay, in this I have one simple project. Okay, I will write just print statement. This is my project. Okay, my func what this is, assume that this is a project which you are building. Okay, so I am written. Okay, so this is the project I have. Okay, assume this is a simple project I have. Okay, so I have this project in my desktop, correct? So desktop, I have created a folder in which I have created one file by the name called app.py. So whatever the changes I have want to push that changes. I want to push that changes in my GitHub repository. Okay, for pushing the changes, we need to have the repository first. So how to create the repository? Okay, for creating the repository, you need to go for Git. So you need to go for GitHub. So once after going to GitHub, I need to create a new repository. There are two ways you can create the repository. Either by clicking on this plus symbol, right? You can click on plus symbol and you can select new repository, or else you can go here to this profile icon. You can able to see, right? Here you can select this repositories. Okay, either of any one way you can choose. I will go with the plus symbol and I will click on the new repository. Once you click on this new repository, I can give the repository name. Either if you are building a EAE based application, you can give that title name, project title name. Okay, for each and every project, we need to create an each and every repository. Okay, as of now, I will give just as my project repo. Okay, so whatever you want, you can give the name. So next thing, I make sure to on this enable this readme. Okay, readme helps to understand what kind of repository, it's kind of description you are providing for that repository. Okay, once after you click on readme, you can click on create repository. Okay, so once after you create that repository, this is how your space looks like. This space helps to put our code changes in the repo. Okay, as of now, I only have the readme file. In this readme file, you can able to see just my project repo. This is the title, this is the name which I have given for my repository, right? I will come one step backward here. Okay, now as of now, I don't have everything. First, I will tell you how to push the code manually. Okay, for pushing the code manually without using any command, and click on this plus symbol, and there you can see one option called upload files. Okay, so I will select upload files. So choose your files is there. I will click on it. You can drag and drop that complete file also. So you can choose this file from here. Okay, so my project is which is present in the desktop. I want to add this file in my GitHub. So I will select that file and I can click on open. Okay, if you click on open, you can see that file is getting uploaded. Once uploaded, you must have to commit it. Okay, once you click on commit, whatever the file you have added to the GitHub is easily uploaded here. You can see, right? Now you can share with all the friends you want. Okay, and be used globally. Okay, you can put in the resume also. Okay, so that this project, any project you have created, beside that you can put the GitHub links. Okay, so that they can go and view your source code. Okay, this is the manual way, but if we are a developers, we need not to follow a manual way of uploading the files. We need to work with Git only. For that Git, make sure you have downloaded this Git thing. So this will helps to write the commands to interact with our GitHub. Okay, let's understand how industry basically works with Git. Okay, so assume we are working for one startup. Okay, we are working for one startup. Okay, so this startup has respective code, source code. We are working with our source code. Okay, assume that this is nothing but our main, or we can say as master. Okay, so whatever it might be, this is the source code we have. For the source code in the company, we have 3 employees. Okay, so assume that he is an employee 1 who has his own laptop, emp1. So another one, there is an employee who is nothing but employee 2. Okay, another one, there is a third employee who is nothing but employee 3. That this source code is present in GitHub. Now they want this source code to their laptops. So what they can do, first thing, they can take a clone. First step. Okay, so once you join the company, this is one time thing. Okay, so first thing, they need to take a clone. Okay, they need to take a clone here. Okay, so how, clone, if you want to take a clone, so all the source code will be present in their laptops. Okay, even employee 2 need to take a clone. Okay, so it will comes here, employee 3 need to take a clone. Clone is nothing but we are duplicating the same source code here. Okay, same source code will be in their individual laptops. Okay, after taking a clone, assume employee 1 had did some changes here. Okay, he did some changes here, employee 1 changes. So now this changes, it's not there in my master branch, correct? So they have taken the clone. Employee 1 did some changes. He added kind of a new feature. He have fixed some issue. Okay, that whatever the issue he have fixed, or either whatever the feature he have created, it's not there in my master branch. So what he need to do, he need to push that code. Okay, he can't he can go manually and upload that, but it's not a way, right? So we need to use Git commands. Okay, so for pushing that code we basically follow three commands. One is git add and the file name whatever the file name we have created, that one. Okay, so next after adding he need to commit it. Okay, we already saw the commit in the manual way, right? Even though if you are uploading manually we need to commit that one. Okay, he need to commit and then finally he can push it. Okay, push to the respective repository. Okay, so if he is working, he has his separate repository. Okay, so assume he taken the clone for master, but he created his own local branch. Okay, so everybody has to take a local branch. This is how the company works. So once he make use of these three commands and he whatever the changes he did, he wants to push that changes here. Okay, so push it that changes is nothing but called as PR. Okay, pushing the changes is nothing but called as PR. PR is nothing but pull request. He need to raise the pull request. So once he raise the pull request, this pull request, your manager will see whether the changes whatever the employee has made, whether it's correct. If it's correct, he will merge the pull request. If he merge the pull request, whatever the changes he have made, it will be reflected in the master branch. Okay, okay. So now employee 1 changes are there in my master branch, but that changes it's not there in employee 2 and employee 3, right? So again what they want to do, they want to take a pull. Okay, they want to take the pull. Okay, push is different, pull is different. Pull means nothing but we are taking the pull from master branch or your main branch to your local branch. Okay, so push is nothing but from your local you are pushing to master branch. Okay, so both if they take the pull, whatever the employee one did the changes, it will be comes here. Okay, it will be reflected in their laptops also. Okay, we need to take care of these things. Okay, so again if he did any changes, again same thing, he need to add that one, he need to commit and he need to push that one. Again each and every employee has to take the pull. Okay, so every time if you are working in an industry, you might know, right? In every morning we used to take the pull because we are unaware, right, who have did the changes and whose the code has merged to the master. So it's our responsibility to take a pull. Okay, so that our code will be up to date, correct? So fine, so now let's see, now let's work. Okay, so how to raise the PR, I mean how to push the source code from our local branch to our master branch. Okay, so what I will do now, okay, now I have already one file app.py. In that file only I will create something. Okay, so let me do something. Okay, for I in something I have added. Okay, 10 and I will print that I something. Okay, you had some more lines. Okay, so imagine this is a future or this is a fix something you have done. Okay, so I will save this. Okay, so now I need to take the clone first, right? So let's take the clone before getting here. Okay, what I will do. Okay, so okay, now assume that I am the employee one. I know we have three employees. Okay, I will create one folder. Okay, uh, uh, emp I am the employee one project. Okay, so what he need to do, first and foremost thing he need to do is he need to take a clone. How to take a clone, let's see. Okay, so I will go here. I don't have any source code now, I need to clone the repository first, right? So I will go here and I will write cmd. If you write cmd, it will basically open your command prompt in the respective path. Okay, so first I will do git init. I need to initialize this git. If you can't able to initialize git, that means you have not installed git. Okay, we already saw, right, how to install git. Now it's working properly. Okay, so your manager will share the git repository link. Okay, in this repository link I only have this app.py in which there is some code, right? There is some code. Okay, so what you guys have to do, they will give this repository link. You need to go for code and you need to copy this link. Okay, that http link, you can copy sss link here, you can copy uh, github cli. Okay, but I am using https link. After copying I need to clone that one. Okay, so employee one. Okay, here I need to clone it, clone, clone, and I need to paste that link, respective link. Once you paste that respective link, you can click on enter, so that whatever the code is there initially in master branch, all that source code will comes here. See, it's successfully done. If I go here and if I open this, so you can able to see, right, all the source code are there in the employee folder. Initially he didn't have nothing. So once after clone, all that repository will be get cloned to his laptop. Now he can do any kind of fixes, he can add any features, okay, he can do whatever he want. Okay, now suppose for example he have did some code changes. Okay, he have did some code changes, code space dot, I will open VS Code. Okay, you can use any code editor. Okay, here added, so this is the actual code, right? So assume he added some more lines of code. Okay, let's assume for I in range something, range 10 something, I have added some line of code. Okay, just for demo purpose. Okay, so this line of code I have added, right? Okay, so if I save this, now he need to raise the PR. Raise the PR means I know he need to push the changes to his master branch, I mean GitHub. So how he can do? Easy. Okay, so simply he will come here or anywhere in the, you need to be in the same path. Okay, if I write dir, so we can see, right, this is the folder which we have, this is the repo which we have cloned. We need to go inside that folder, my repo something. Okay, so I hope it's visible. Okay, so my repo, we need to go inside the folder. If I write git status helps to see what all the files which has been changed. Okay, if I hit enter, so I can see only modified, see modified, which is that file app.py. I have did some changes in app.py file, right? This line of code I have added, correct? Now I don't want to push that iterative function in my git here. Okay, it should have to reflect that one here basically. Okay, now in my master I don't have anything, so I need to push that one first, right? So for pushing that, I know, right, I need to raise the PR. So we have some certain commands for pushing it. So I can go here, and if I write git status, I can able to see. If you want to see what all the diff, you have git diff, and you can write app.py. So if you write git diff, this is the line which I have modified, right, recently. Okay, yeah, this changes I want to push in my master. For that, first thing I need to write git add app.py. Okay, so I know this is the file which I have made changes. If you have 10 files, if you have 20 files, it's instead of adding one by line, git add file 1, file 2, file 3, you can directly write git add dot also. Okay, as of now I have one file, so I will write git add dot app.py. So next, after adding, we need to ensure are committing it. Git commit -m added file. Okay, so something, whatever the command you can give it. Okay, -m represent a message. Okay, so for example, if you are fixing any code, okay, you can give the respective id, Jira id. Okay, fix code fixes for Jira id, you can mention the Jira ids here. Or if you are developing a new feature, you can tell them, okay, this is the code changes for this kind of feature or anything. As of now I am just doing normal thing, so I have written added files. Okay, after adding, I need to I need to push that one in master. Make sure I am the employee one. Okay, so I can't directly utilize my master branch. So if I write git branch here, currently I know I have copied all the code from a master only. Don't push your code changes to master. Okay, better have the practice to create a local branch. Okay, so simple command git checkout -b my local BRA branch. Okay, whatever you want you can give. Okay, employee one local branch. Okay, so emp1 local branch. Okay, so you can create the local branch here. Okay, if you write git branch again, you can see I am not in my main branch now, I am in my local branch. Okay, now I can push the code. Git push origin, so emp1 underscore local branch. Okay, if I hit enter, I can see that whatever the code changes I have did in app.py, it is basically pushing that code in my local branch. What is my local branch? Employee1.local branch. Okay, So if I come to my repository, okay, if I come to my repository, here I can able to see employee one local branch has did some changes. Here I am only the owner or I am only the manager, so I can able to visualize here. Okay, basically we need to create a PR. I will tell you how to create the PR. Go to the PR. Okay, so new pull request you need to create, click here. Okay, so you need to select your branch here. Okay, compare and you need to select your branch and you can create the pull request. So once after you create the pull request, right, so let's create the pull request. That's it. Okay, simple. Now you can share this with your manager, team lead, or any person who has authority to merge the code, right, by adding the reviewers. So reviewers are nothing but my employee 2 and employee 3. As of now I don't have any employees here, so if you want to add employee reviews you can add the reviewers here. I haven't have collaboration as of now. This is how basically we basically raise the PR. Okay, PR is nothing but pull request. If you share this to manager, he will open that link, and once he open he can able to see this code. Okay, so your code changes will be reflected here, file changes. If he will go here, your reviewers and your manager, and he will see, okay, this is the line you have added, oh this line is correct, okay this feature is correct. So again what he will do, he will merge that code, merge that one. Okay, see, merge the pull request, confirm merge. Once he click on confirm merge, so if you go to your repository, okay, so your code has been merged. If I go for app.py, whatever the changes you have done, right, for loop you have written, it will be reflected in your master branch. Okay, this is the way we basically need to do. Okay, so yeah, so every time we need to write git pull also, git pull origin. So you can write git pull origin main. Okay, if you write like this, so every time it will be basically pull the code. Okay, you can write git pull also. Okay, git pull also you can write. Okay, so this is the way. Okay, so this is how you can add the file. For example, another file if you have created, okay, app2.py. Okay, app2.py something file you have created, uh, from flash import flash something. Okay, so any file you want to push that one, so you can easily go here again. So to git status if you write, you can able to see this is the file changes, right, app2.py. You can add that one first, app2.py. After adding you need to commit it, git commit -m. Okay, added some files. Okay, something you can write. Okay, then make sure you are pushing in, not in master branch, in your local branch. Currently I'm in local branch. We already, if you don't have local branch, we already know, right, git checkout -b, you can create the local branch here. Okay, as of now I already have that local branch, so I will directly go and push to my local branch. So emp1 local branch. Okay, so if you push that local branch, then we need to create a PR and we need to share that PR to my manager, so that manager can merge our code changes. Okay, so I will go here, go to my repository. So after going to repository I can go to the pull request here. Okay, so I can create the pull request, new pull request. So after creating I need to select. Okay, so this is the master main branch. Okay, I don't want to change here, I want to select this one. This is my local branch, right? So and I can create the pull request. That's it, create a pull request PR. Okay, now you can share this PR to your manager. If you want to add the reviewers, you can add it. So I am only the manager, I will go here directly and I will merge the code. Okay, this is how guys you basically add the code changes. Okay, you can see here, now we have two things, app.py and app.py, app2.py. Okay, so I hope you have understood this one. Okay, so still there are a lot more things you need to do. We need to understand how to make a collaboration, and I will make another video of part 2 where I will teach you about how you can collaborate. Okay, suppose if you are starting any company, if you have 5 to 10 employees, how you can give the repo access, how you can collaborate with them. If you are working with XYZ projects also, how you can basically collaborate with them. Those things I will tell that one in the part 2 video. Okay, I hope you have enjoyed the session. Thank you.